There we go. Found it. Hooray. Okay. Getting comfy now. Okay, I'm here. Now I'm here. I was talking and jabbering, and I was trying to figure out the new producer. Anyway, hi, Elaine Marolakos Edelson. Come say hello to me. Hi, come say hello to me. Welcome. We made it. We're here. Come say hello. Let me know your sign and how you're doing today. How are you faring in this new normal? That's what we have now. It's a new normal, right? Yeah, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? We're doing our best, and then sometimes some people are not. But as we raise our level of vibe, so does the planet benefit. So just keep that in mind. When people are acting a little crazy, you have power over your own environment. Elaine Marolakos Edelson here with Astrology Mojo. I want to help you get your mojo back. And if you don't know me, or if you do know me, you either know or don't know that I say that the planets in astrology don't make you do anything. We live in a cooperation with the cosmos, so that when the planets make a move, you feel it. When you make a move, the planets reflect that by way of aspects and angles in astrology. So when I look at a chart and I see things happening, whether it's the general chart for what's going on collectively, or whether it's a person's chart that I'm working on, I look at the potential of what someone is about to experience in their own psyche for their own good or not, and how we can work with that energy and see what's about to come into being by what you're thinking and doing, because you're the one creating all the matter. So what's the matter? You. You are the matter. Yes, you are. Okay, so I'm going to pull up a little screenshot I took. That's not doing anything. Well, there it is. Well, hello. Screenshot I took. Okay, so the moon is in Libra, full moon in Libra. And when the moon is in Libra, hi, Cindy. When the moon is in Libra, well, first of all, the moon and the sun and the moon are not planets. They are celestial orbs, of course, but they have a more direct, we have a more direct interaction with the sun and the moon, because without the sun, we'd freeze, quite frankly. And without the moon, we would tumble out of orbit and drown in tsunamis. So we're grateful to the sun and the moon to keep us rocking. We're rocking. Third rock from the sun, rocking. So when the moon goes through its phases and it's full, then what we experience is a completion of energy. It's a completion of energy. A new moon, well, let me just get rid of that for a second. A new moon is meant for the beginning, the inception, the conception of something you would like to do in your life. And the different phases also apply to planting, gardening, a woman's cycle, 28 days. And by the time we get to a full moon, we want to see a completion with something you might have begun in a new moon. Maybe not the new moon 27 days ago, but a new moon. So that by the time we get to the full moon, it is ripe for picking. It is the end of a cycle. Okay? Now, when the moon is in a different sign in the constellations and it travels through, sometimes it goes through a period of what's called a moon void. Of course, that is an astronomical event. When the moon is between constellations, it can be for 2 minutes or 2 days. And that is called a moon void. When the moon is void, meaning it's homeless, essentially, it has no place in the universe, then it's between maybe, Gemini and Cancer or wherever it's going. And when the moon is void, that is a time meant for spiritual pursuits, for play, for rest, for rejuvenation. Anything that is conducted in a void, that is, begins in a void, usually ends void, null and void. So keep that in mind when you're looking at your charts and your calendars and you're orchestrating business deals or health appointments and that kind of thing. Okay, full moon. Every time the moon is full, approximately every 28 days, people will respond differently. Some people get a feeling of excitement, or some people get a feeling of lethargy. They're just so tired. They can't do it anymore. And they need a break. There's a lot of emotion around a full moon. And depending on the sign that it's in, astrologically speaking now, you can look at a cycle of growth. Now, when the moon is in Libra, full moon, excuse me, it's very dry out here today. Well, I live in Arizona in the high desert. What do I expect? I spray a lot in the room. Anyway, when the moon is full in Libra, we're looking at a harmonization of something. What would you like to see completed, full moon, in relationships? Oh my goodness, hang on. About to have a coughing fit. Excuse me. Oh boy. Okay. I feel like somebody just threw dust in my face. Okay. Libra is all about harmony. But sometimes what Libra energy does is creates disharmony to create that harmony. So we look at extremes. So where do you have extremes in your life? Hey, Renee and Vicky. Yes, the moon is beautiful. And if you also can look westward, anytime between 8:39 to 11 p.m., you will see Venus, the bright, what looks like a star. It's the planet, Venus, closest it's ever been to the Earth. And so get a good look at it. Anyway, the full moon in Libra is what we were discussing before I had a choking fit. And harmony is what we're looking for in all things. Now, harmony in your body, with your body, mind, spirit. Are you taking care of yourself physically? Are you resting when you need to? Are you nourishing when you need to? Are you engaging in activities that really create that sense of either financial awareness or nourishment through food, cooking, gardening, planting? Or are you feeling that sense of, I want to snuggle on the couch with a lover? Now, if you live alone and you're isolated, you may not be able to do that, of course, but there are other things that you can do to create harmony in your apartment, in your house, in your yard. Weeding the lawn. I went out and bought plants. I just was like, I'm ready. I just need to see the little things growing. I'm organizing little care packages for our child away at college. And in the building, they have some friends, and they're all kind of, it's like they'll get out at dawn for a walk to stay away far from the madding crowd, but they're feeling the isolation. So I'm making little care packages for them, and it was so fun. And that deals with planting little seeds. And I found something at Sprouts, and they look like lollipops, but they're little flower sprouts, and you just stick them in the dirt and watch the seeds grow. So things like that. What can you do now to clean up the clutter, to harmonize something, to make a contribution to the environment or make a contribution to the community? My sister, who's a Libra rising sign, is making face masks. Bought a whole lot of material, made sure it was really clean, got some elastic, and has a little sewing machine, and just went to town and is passing them out to the elders in the neighborhood and to people who need. So what can you do right now with this full moon in Libra to create that sense of harmony? Now I'm going to show you the chart again. Ta-da! That was like magic. Oh, I should do this. Just ready, set. I used to love Bewitched, right? Even then I knew there was magic. Okay. So let's look at what's going on in the heavens. Now, we can see at the bottom of the screen, right here, we can see the south node in Capricorn is just a few degrees away from 0, and then it'll be back in Sagittarius. So the long and winding road, Capricorn, right? So it's going to feel lighter, brighter, happier, a completion. And then Gemini and Sagittarius are going to start to feel like, wait a minute, I need to finish something. I need to clean up my karma. But that's going to be the next cycle. And that'll start in June. But right now, we're looking at the wind up. It's ending. Capricorn, sun, rising, moon. And actually every sign now, wherever the nodes have been in your chart, we're seeing... pardon me, we're seeing the completion. I've been doing a lot of talking and recording. Okay, I'm back. We're seeing a completion of a very old karmic burden and the realization of such. So when we look at what that can mean in your world, maybe it's about tying up those loose ends with people, places, things that no longer resonate your frequency because you've grown, you've changed. So when I look at, we've got South Node here, and then there's Pluto, and then there's Jupiter. Jupiter and Pluto are both in Capricorn, and almost same degree, and expansion through the psyche. So now's the time to meditate more. Now's the time to utilize crystals, energy work, remote Reiki healing, or getting into some chanting, or some very deep, profound counseling. Because what's going to happen is you're going to break up the pattern. And then it doesn't matter what sign you are, if you're Capricorn or not, but you're going to break up the pattern and then be able to move into the next pairing, Saturn in Aquarius with Mars in Aquarius. And it's, hey, I want my power back. Who took that away from me? So we're finding, and of course in Aquarius, we're looking at using technology more and more and more to solve problems and diseases, keep us connected, move to the next level of our awareness. This is the new normal. I don't mean disease. Disease has always been here. Virus looks for a host. Bacteria, same. Whatever it can find to live off of and feed off of, that's what it does. And then it mutates. But our job, when I see this configuration, because now, let me see if I'll bring my hand over here and go, okay, see over here, we've got Neptune and Mercury. Okay, not so in the same degree, but both in Pisces. So there's deliberation now going on about what can we do to heal. That's a big question, right? What are the big what ifs? What can we do to heal? Well, with regard to the virus, yes, you know what to do. You know what steps to take. Face masks, gloves, spray, hydrogen peroxide with white vinegar, alcohol solution, etc. You know what to do. You can also take aloe vera gel and mix it with some white vinegar and or alcohol and make a spray for antivirulent and antiseptic. So using these things is really, really important for physical health. Okay, but I'm also talking about spiritual health and well-being, because Pisces is all about the art of mysticism. So meditating more and utilizing your yoga. Remember you're taking yoga, that class 6 years ago? It's like, well, now it comes in handy. And get on YouTube, go utilize video and or, the airwaves and see what you can do. What can you learn right now? I'm getting back into masterclass. I'm finishing up my own Astro Masterclass, and that will be available very soon. I'm also looking at new recipes. What else can I make? What can I send to people to, little crystals or things to make them happy? So as you start to get involved in independence, because the sun is in Aries and Venus in Gemini, we're talking about truth now, medicine, health, truth, uplifting each other. We're in this together, right? So let me just get rid of this now. And doing all this with the moon in Libra gives us that added little push, like, you know what? I worked really hard this week. Or, some people are losing jobs. Other people are super busy. So it's not across the board one thing, remember? So when we look to, okay, I just got shifted down to part-time. What else can I do right now? How else can I manage my money? Who can I talk to about working online? Or some people are so busy because they already have an online presence, an online business, and now they can make that shift. And I know people who see counselors, and it was in person, but now everybody's set up on Zoom or Skype, and they're working that way. So, this is the new normal, and we're adjusting, we're shifting. We're seeing what's new. And so with this full moon, I feel I slept really well. It's not so in full moons for me, but I did with this one. Did you guys sleep last night, or do you feel wired? I feel kind of calm and positive and very proactive. I've been working with my crystals again, recharging them, cleaning them. And I added kunzite to my repertoire. And oh, wow, it's super galactic. Actually, here, let me show it to you. It grows with tourmaline, and it's a very high vibrational frequency. And kunzite, also called spodumene. And let me put down my dice. I like to play with my dice. Okay, now take a look at this. Okay, it might be hard to see because of the lighting, but it is a violet color with green at the top, and it's a very light hue. You may not be able to see it so clearly the way I do. It's actually brighter than, more colorful than what's showing here, but this is kunzite, and there's a matrix inside of it. And meditating with this morning, oh wow, I just shot right out there. But I felt very grounded, but very expansive. So when you start working with things, and let me check in with people in just a second. And here's a tourmaline wand. But when you start working with stones or energies, or maybe you've never done so and now you're excited to try, or to work with the tarot, or to use oracle cards, or to meditate more, or to chant, or there's a spiritual wave in the air where people who were once stubborn in a position are now open to a possibility. And it's not just in the arcane or mystical arts. It has a lot to do also with learning something new. Some people are being forced to. Well, I can't see my patients or clients in person. Now I've got to learn how to use Facebook Live. I spoke with someone the other day, a very high-profile professional in the health and healing medical world, and asking for some tips on Facebook Live. Yeah. My sister-in-law, Maureen, people are talking about social distancing. Well, Maureen came up with a phrase that was, I thought, so much more appropriate. What did she call it? Personal distancing? Yeah, not social, but personal. Because you want to keep your person safe, right? But you can still be social. And I found that the mood here in Sedona in supermarkets, people keep their head down. I'm like, good morning. Even with my mask, hey, good morning. How's everybody? And they just like, okay, we don't have to be afraid of one another. We really don't. Let me check in. I've just been blabbing away. Renee says, hello, Virgo. The moon looked beautiful last night. Yes, it did. Vicky, hello. Mary, sending love right back at you. Christine, my Aries sun just moved out. I am learning to empty nest, loving it so far. Empty nest is a mixed bag of goodies, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And more power to him. Absolutely. So Vicky did not sleep so great last night. And Kate, hello, Kate. So come say hello. If you're just joining me, Elaine, Marolakos, Edelson, Astrology Mojo. I want to help you get your mojo back and to look at what things can empower you. So I look at configurations in the sky, and I rolled the dice this morning for the group. And then, of course, I fumbled my way across my desk and they all got tumbled. So I'm going to start over and do a little asking. When I worked with my... And I wonder if I could put this against a white background so you could actually see the color. I don't know if this would work. Let's see if this would work. No, that doesn't work any better. Anyway, I tried. I really did. But when I worked with my kunzite today, sputamine, or spotamine is the technical name. It grows in the Middle East in clusters next to tourmaline. And it's a high vibe energy. So when I was meditating today, what I got was, upliftment through the council and the council of elders, the council, and I'm talking galactic. So we've got angels on board, and there's light beings and light workers and starseed, and people just saying, okay, now is the time to raise the vibration through harmony. What better time to do it than in a Libra full moon, right, folks? So let me just roll the die. And please check in with me. I'm going to be back on Thursday at 10. And I don't know what we're going to talk about yet on Thursday, but maybe something fun. Maybe I'll do card readings for folks. But right now I'm looking at asking all the elders and the starseed to help me give a little message for everyone right now through the dice. And I'm going to roll them on paper so they don't tumble out of orbit. Okay. Oh, interesting. So we have what's happening, Neptune. Okay, that's what we've been talking about, Neptune. The vision, the ideal vision, also healing the victim, karma, and medicine, vibrational healing as well. And Neptune can also deal a lot with the illusion and addiction. So if you've had an addiction, or you have an addiction to something like smoking, maybe now is the time to consider ways in which you can stop that so that you can heal your immune system and be less susceptible to viruses. Okay, how it feels, Virgo. Now that was one I rolled again this morning. It feels very specific, and many people are going to the germaphobe side of things, the hypochondriac side of things, and some people are just being really smart and clinical about, I'm going to spray my mail just in case, have an elder in the house, or, I have a pet in the house, so I'm going to make sure my pet gets a bath. And yes, pets too, because the first case at the Bronx Zoo, unfortunately, a tiger has the virus now. So that changes the information, doesn't it? So this is across all fields now. So we want to be smart. We want to look at the ideal vision. That's what's happening, Neptune. And it's in Pisces right now. And that's a natural placement. So we're looking for magic. We're looking for the arcane arts to combine with real science to bring out, out of the illusion and into reality. That would be the exact opposite of Pisces would be Virgo. And let's bring it into being. Let's make it real. Virgo can be a very health-related sign, or a very specific or particular energy where, I've tried that, it didn't work, now let's try this. Or, okay, I just took a class online, it wasn't for me, maybe for so-and-so, let me email them, but now this is for me. And to be very specific about what you're doing and why. And where does it take place? Second house. Second house deals with your self-worth, first and foremost. And it also deals with your income. So how can you, if you have been making an income, and now, we've talked about it before, but now what can happen? Now what's possible? Instead of, okay, I know some people are going through a downward spiral because they just lost their jobs. And they're trying to figure out, like, what do I do? You know, it's like The Walking Dead out there. Nobody's hiring. I can't meet with anybody. What am I supposed to do? Well, first of all, we want to stop the panic and we want to get connected. That's what this time is all about. It's getting connected. So if you can find a chat room, not to just complain, the woe, South Node in Capricorn, the woe, the burden, the illusion of lack of support, and the illusion of I'm a victim. You are not a victim. You can find a support group, a community where you can say, oh, you know what? I need something edited. Can I send you something? And I did that. I hired someone in the neighborhood who no longer has a job, and they're very smart. And I said, I need some stuff. They're tech smart. And I said, I need some stuff copied and pasted into my YouTube channel. Can you do that? Oh, absolutely. So I showed them what. I emailed them everything, gave them the passwords, and they went and they did it. And they got paid. So this is how we're helping each other, right? It's like you have skills. You just want to write them down and see what they are. Be very specific. That's the Virgo vibe. Remember that we are all connected. This is a we time now. This is about all of us. And so this full moon in Libra is really bringing to light how to bring the extremes to center to find harmony. Let me just check in. Anybody else here to say hi? No? Okay, that's okay with me. All right, so I do have the secret. I did get some requests for the secret language of light cards. And I'm going to pull one of those right now. So what is everybody doing with their time? Anybody want to share what they're doing with their time while I get these cards together? And I take a sip. What are you doing? Hey, Nikki, hi, from New Jersey. What you doing in Jersey, girl? I'm a Jersey girl. Yasuke harasu. So we have, oh, you're dancing. I love it. Nikki's dancing. Let's dance with her. All right. Anybody else? Vicky, homeschooling my kids and making wonderful meals. Yay! Dealing with sciatica. No, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, wait a minute. If you don't know, I'm going to send you an email. If you don't know my brother-in-law, Todd Edelson, he is one of the Mackenzie therapist faculty, and he's now working online. And he can instruct you with certain exercises. He got rid of my frozen shoulder. He's a master at putting the power back in your hands, whether it deals with your spine, your neck, your arms, your back, your legs. He's brilliant and just helped our kid online. So that's Todd Edelson, Montclair Physical Therapy. You can find him online and send him an email, and he will help you in a Zoom call or Skype or one of those things that he uses, and you can have a session with him. He's phenomenal. I urge it. All right, who else is here? Chris Home is here in New Providence. Oh, in New Providence. Oh, that's a beautiful area. Get outside. See Venus tonight. Go outside and look west. The brightest point in the sky will be Venus. Baking up a storm. Working using video. Mary's using video to have her patients. That's awesome. Good to be there for all my patients. Absolutely, Mary. Absolutely. Right? Because we have the blessing of this connection. I can't actually touch you, but I can send energy. Energy knows no boundaries, folks. No boundaries. Homeschooling. That's a lot. I have friends who are now working at home in Pennsylvania, and they have a 4-year-old. Wow, they're learning how to set boundaries. What? No. I said no. Okay. So, all right, secret language of light. And thanks for letting me know what you're doing. I loved making these little care packages. I rummaged through the closet. I have so many bowls of crystals everywhere. And what happened there? There was something on my screen. Oh, maybe you guys didn't see it. Maybe it was just flying around my time. There it is. Look in the thread. If anybody needs help with their body, Montclair Physical Therapy, Todd Edelson, he is phenomenal. He's kind. He's like a little guru man out of a cave. He's just really calm and gentle and asks you questions, engages you. And then he's so intuitive. He's very scientific, but he's so intuitive. And he will go right to the problem, give you exercises to do. And I guarantee if you do them, you will be pain-free. Who else is here? Come say hello to me. Oh yeah, making these packages. So I'm asking angels, starseed, light beings, light workers, as we raise our vibration in this full Libra moon, to come talk to me through these cards. Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie. They're so big. They're kind of clunky to handle, but they're very beautiful. All right. I'm gonna hang on 1 second while I tune in. Please give us your message for today, for this week, until Thursday when I return. Oh. Okay, I'm getting 3 cards, but one is for a small group of people. So hang on. This is for a small group of people, Inward Revolution. And let me just grab the book because I'm not wholly familiar with her definitions. And so this small group of people who might be moving toward mastery, and you might have to overcome something first. Difficulties and challenges can command a greater focus as they help build a bigger and better dreams and desires. So for a small faction of you, this card came through, Inward Revolution. Your life will only feel authentic when you come to your own conclusion. An inward revolution will open you to the wisdom of your soul. It is a path we must all take to truly know and love ourselves. And from this place, we move outward back into the world, empowered with our soul's wisdom. You are worthy of all, no matter where you are in your spiral. Okay, so if you're really, really having a difficult time, then this card was for you. And to realize that, see this energy, this light, this is you, all of you. You're just a spark of light, and it's always moving. Okay, so I want you to take that in. Take that in and meditate and allow yourself to be in a place of, and it says balance and peace. All right. So that's the full moon in Libra vibe we're talking about. Okay. So now for another faction, this one's lighting up like it's buzzing, but then this one's calmer. Alignment. Okay. So for another section of you, I don't know which group, but alignment is for some of you. Number 14. Hang on. It's actually the Sword of Michael. And, and I opened right to it. And Michael, and let me just talk very briefly about angelic vibes. Angelic vibes are non-gender specific. So you might feel one is more masculine at times or more feminine, but they're gender neutral. And but what is powerful about their symbols, and Michael carries an electric blue light, an electric fire. It's like ice, blue ice, fire, with a sword to cut away and to defend and to protect. So that's what this sword is showing me right now, to angel wings, alignment. And so this is a covenant of body, mind, spirit, so says the card, and Denise. And your soul is your biggest fan. That's great. It knows the truth of you and loves you unconditionally. unconditionally, continuously streaming this information to you. To tune in, your body, mind, and spirit must all agree in the now. Okay? So meditation really helps that, in the now. And the natural physical life is to create and expand. Sometimes, however, life experiences will put you out of alignment, and so that you can look at things from a different angle. Being out of alignment can feel awful, right, Kate? Being out of alignment, it's easy to blame a person or situation when we feel bad, but instead of asking why something is happening, take a breath, return to neutral, and ask what you can create from this situation. And remember, your soul is consistent, loving home that you can return to always, okay? That's pretty powerful. Now, this one is like the vibe on this one is jumping everywhere. It's called variance. I've not pulled this card yet, but this is for another faction of group who this might be speaking to. Variance. Again, is topped off by angel wings. So let me just check that one out. How's everybody doing? Hey, from Iowa. Stay healthy, you too, Mary. Hi, Tony from Iowa. Okay. So 39, variance. Okay, this is really fascinating one. I've not yet pulled this card. So for some people, this might really speak to you, the differing perceptions of ego and soul. Today, you may not feel like yourself. You and your soul are looking at the same thing, but are seeing it differently. Your emotions and reactions are a combination of your thoughts and your soul's thoughts. And when they don't align, you feel wobbly. Variance is a way of explaining the wobble. Okay, now in astronomy, there is something called a moon wobble. I don't actually know if we're in one, but literally it is a vibration, and we feel that vibration. And another astrologer is very big on moon wobbles that I know of. And so when you're feeling wobbly, this is also, I guess, like an alignment card. When you have the same perspective as your soul, things feel right. They may seem satisfactory and easy. No limiting beliefs or patterns are triggered, but there is a feeling that all is well. Your soul will never join you in judgment, blame, or hurt, because it is not the truth of you. It is not the perspective of love. So how you feel reveals how aligned you are with your soul. And if you're experiencing something that doesn't feel right, take a breath and come back to your center. Okay? Taking a breath and coming back to your center. So I think the messages are clear. Everyone's undergoing kind of a shaky, scary, little bit of an unsettling time. Even if, in your home, it's, I can cook and bake and talk on the phone and, email my friends, but out in the world, it's kind of weird and scary. We don't need to be scared. We've got a vibration now inside of us called a spirit, and it's activated. And you can do the thymus thump, okay? Aristotle and Socrates made it famous, but the thymus thump right here. The thymus thump right here. Can you see that? Just tap your thymus. The thymus, in Greek, timos, okay, so we've got time. Time helps to create clarity. A friend of mine just reminded me too, your sinuses are clogged, just make some thyme tea. It's like, oh my gosh, that's right. Thank you. So it'll clear out the sinuses. It's an immune builder. Okay, this right here helps your immunity, right here. And it also helps to open up your spirit and your soul. Now the soul is one. It's the collective. Your spirit is the stream of light that comes from the soul. Okay, so it's one light. One, pure conscious love. And the streams, we are streams. That's our spirit. Okay, so the spirit is embodied here. We tap on the thymus right here, and it's this section between the throat chakra and the heart chakra. So when you tap on this area and you make this kind of a noise, you can actually get rid of a lot of mental chatter that doesn't belong there. Does that make sense? All right, such a simple task. I totally forgot and spaced on it. But thank you, angels, for reminding me. Thump the thymus. Actually, make some thyme tea, too, if you can. And I will be back on Thursday. We'll be talking more about what we can do to help ourselves, to raise our vibe, to re-empower who we are, and then to go to the next level. And what we can create now. What can you create at home? Let's think about it. Come back and tell me what you've done in the past couple of days that made it feel like, yes, I did something. I opened up. I had a dream. I wrote something. I spoke with someone. I donated something. I changed a habit, a pattern, and for the better. Be sparkly. Be well, my friends. I will see you on Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific.